My buddy Mike's beach house on the Jersey Shore is magnificent. It's been in his family for generations, a property steeped in history. Mike's grandparents, who had lived there permanently, recently passed away, leaving the house mostly dormant. Mike invited me to come down for the weekend. I had nothing else going on, and the thought of relaxing at a nice beach house was an easy sell. Mike picked me up and we made the drive down. We arrived around 6 p.m., dropped our bags in the upstairs bedrooms, and settled in. The house had that cozy, slightly musty beach house smell, a mix of salt air and old wood like history. You could tell it had seen decades of family summers. We decided to walk the beach to take in the evening. Mike brought a couple of fishing rods, so we tried our luck, though it was more about being out there than catching anything. Mike knew all the quiet spots, private beach access points, tucked away paths through dunes, little areas between houses where the lights didn't reach. We found a nice stretch to ourselves where the only sounds were the water and the wind. The next morning, we woke up around 9 a.m. and decided to run along the boardwalk. We were both wiped. Even though the bars sounded fun, the thought of yelling over music didn't appeal to us. We ended up crashing early instead. Sometime after midnight, I woke up to a shrill, piercing beeping. It sounded like a smoke detector, sharp and high-pitched. I yanked my bedroom door open and made a beeline for Mike's room. We bolted up the stairs, completely unsure of what we'd be running into. The third floor was mostly dark, except for a little moonlight leaking in through the window at the end of the hallway. Still expecting to see or smell something burning, we searched. But there was nothing. No smoke, no flickering lights, no signs of a fire at all. Tucked neatly under a pillow was a small black device. No buttons, no screen, just a blinking red light and a single switch. I flipped the switch on and off. The beeping started up again and stopped as soon as I flipped it off. The only way to operate it was by hand. Mike whispered, "Oh my God." The thought hit us both at the same time. Someone else was in the house. Mike dialed the police while I locked the door, barricading it as best I could. We waited for what felt like forever, and finally the police showed up. They did a full sweep of the house while we waited outside. Apparently, every single window on the third floor was wide open. The room where I had found the device looked completely ransacked, even though it was neat when we'd searched earlier. The officers didn't find much else. No one hiding, no prints, no weapons. They told us to make sure all the windows were locked and secured from now on. Mike and I didn't feel safe in that house after someone had messed with us like that. We told ourselves we'd sleep there the rest of the night and leave early in the morning. Luckily, whoever had been in the house must have left, because nothing else happened. There are still parts of this night I can't explain, and I can only imagine what Mike must be feeling. Whoever had been in that house that night might have never left. Even now, I wonder what would have happened if we hadn't woken up that night. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more true horror stories you won't soon forget. If this story kept you up at night. Imagine what's coming next. Hit like, share with someone who'd never sleep in that house, and subscribe for more true style horror that digs under your skin. New stories drop every week. Don't face them alone.